Can I walk around these two? There we go. This one's larger than the others, and it's a fountain in and of itself. Most curious. 6? 6? What have you seen? 6? Oh. This one seems to be made of older stone than the others. The first gravestone to be placed here, perhaps? No wonder this place feels so empty. That was my opinion too, mistress. This stone is indeed different. Older, and from a different source. Where is it from? I cannot be 100% certain. Oh, okay, I thought he was referring to the it or something. But if you had to guess, I estimate the old stone is from Elbereth. Elbereth? The stone is from Elbereth? Are you sure? As I said, not 100%, mistress, but 96.5 is not so far from 100. The old grave we found. Does it suggest that Elbereth was important in the early empire? If so, that's new to me. Well, we did see the big feet there. Perhaps Elbereth's stone was as cheap as its labor. Are there any other Elbereth stones here? The other stones are from the local stone, as might be expected. So after that first grave, the tradition changed. Interesting. I wonder why. There's something up here. A hoop of metal. I wonder if there was once one of these on top of the shrine we found in the last Empire's hideout in the Cyclones. Heavy, but perhaps not as heavy as I had expected. Mistress, please put that down. But what's so special about it? If you cannot see that, mistress, what kind of archaeologist are you? What are you talking about now? You humans have no eyes. Do you not understand what you are holding? So, what is it? Put it down. I'll put it back. What is it then? Now tell me why I put that hoop down. You humans have no eyes. What's that supposed to mean? Did you not recognize the hoop immediately, mistress? I have one. Evidently, it is a robot neck, removed and repurposed, most macabre. A neck? Certainly. It contains the projector, perhaps also the sequencer for the core. If you will, it brings the recorded soul to life. Perhaps there were metal hoops on all of these shrines originally, but they might have been looted if they're valuable. Wait a minute. I wonder if you put one of these machine hoops on top of a grave, if it will somehow absorb the spirit of the person that was laid to rest there or something weird? I don't know. I would have expected something grander for an emperor. A tomb. A mausoleum. These graves are so small. These are not public graves, mistress. There was no one here to impress. If this thing is a robot neck, it's a valuable artifact and worth some further study. Look, there are symbols inscribed on the edge. the end of a longer line of text. I speak for is it the silent? I speak for the silent? That could be something. That's what... Sort of like how Runbo was able to speak momentarily through 6. What if the robots can serve as a vessel for the spirits to speak? I speak for silent. Probably the silent. I think that's right. Why inscribe that on a neck? Is it some kind of recording device? We might be able to trace where it's from. I think 6 knows a little bit more than he's letting on. Perhaps we have seen all this site has to offer, Mistress. You have collected 2 intriguing artifacts here. A piece of flask, the robot neck. We've also collected evidence of 1 new location of note, an early Empire period moon. Should we leave now, Princess? Not Princess, Mistress! Soon, but not yet. This one's worn smooth. Where was this hoop made, I wonder? Unclear, Mistress. But we may be able to locate its origin. Ooh. Ah, they don't look very safe anymore. Broken steps. It's a good moon for a graveyard. You said the weather here was calm. Whoever built this place had their pick of moons, Mistress. How about this one? Ah, the inscription on this one is readable. This is fractured. This is massive. Let's take a look at this. Peace. Something friend. Oh. That'd be weird. I don't know if the myself works. This doesn't feel right. So star. Okay then. I still think friend is correct. And peace is correct. Myself. That begs the question of what everything before was. In. Of is really all that we can put down. Another long one, but I think it must say peace. And friend must be right too. So sleep, it probably is sleep in peace something friend. Sleep in peace. My friend. Does sleep in peace, my friend, work? This isn't a temple then. It didn't look much like one. This one's set apart from the others. And it's inscribed. There's a few words in this. Okay, let's see. We have I shall not from the rivers. I think that can't be the ancient for shall not. But I'm sure my translation from is correct. Okay. Or from. It's a long one, but I'm confident it says rivers. So we have linger. Ooh. Something from rivers. I cannot. Pilgrim, peace, time. I cannot return from the rivers. I suppose that's when people allow themselves to be buried rather than burned. There was something about if you were burned, you could return your spirit to the rivers, but if you were buried, it was the final death. So I cannot return from the rivers. I cannot return from rivers. I thought they were coming back. Believers in the loop. The gardens here are quite remarkable, but the graves are surprisingly simple. No great tombs or mausoleums. Has this place been ransacked? It does not look like to have been touched at all, mistress. Only grown over. Ooh, the howling of the wind here. Perhaps they believe their souls have returned to the rivers. Did the emperors believe in the loop? But by the waters, the air must be getting ever thinner. Take your time, mistress. I've only ever seen this. Oh. This location is extremely unsafe.
The wind was strong up here. It wanted to grab you by the waist and chuck you down the cliff.
Emperors must have stood here, gazing across the nebula, tracing every stream, like the lines on a poem. I can see Elbereth, mistress, through the haze. Elbereth again. You'll have me believing the first emperor was born there. As you were, mistress. Do you have a point to make, Six? Me, mistress. No, mistress. Oh, watch her be the long-lost descendant of an ancient emperor. That's why she doesn't know who her family was, and that's why Miari recognized her as, like, of royal blood and took her in from the orphanage. These two seem in better condition than those below. The stone hasn't worn so much up here. Ouch! What was that? Interesting. Mistress, as you've discovered experimentally, this shrine is indeed powered. The machines? No, mistress. The stones are merely stones, but this one is charged. Aligned magnetic radiation, mistress, similar to that which aligns and conveys the rivers. Insert the figurine is an option. The shrine outside the hermitage where Renba died. It was just like these, I suppose. And just like these, it had run out of power. That seems likely, mistress. I wonder if this might do something. Nothing. What exactly were you expecting, mistress? The shrine is only a rock. A powered rock, but still a rock. Evidently, it is not a real goddess, mistress. It is a model. If there were anything stored inside the figurine, mistress, it would require something else to be displayed. Yeah, put the hoop on top. Like what? A projector of some kind. The metal device we found below, perhaps. Let's see what kind of projector it puts out. Let's see if we have any more luck with this. How about now? And then... By the goddess and all her fingers! Have I been asleep? Oh, it spoke with the voice of a child. A friend of yours, Six? Of course not, mistress. You do not know who I am. You can hear me. I know you're there. You won't sneak up on me, even if it's dark. Tell me your name. You should know me already. I should have you killed. Just tell me who you are. Oh, it's not the haughty emperor or something. My name is Kaya. I can't see you. It's so very dark. Why can't I see you? Tell me where you think you are, Kaya. The orangery, of course. Where is Alpha? She screamed. Who's Alpha? My wife in waiting. She should be here. I can't feel my legs. The power is failing, mistress. You must ask what you want to ask. Where's the orangery? Above the withering palace, of course. You should know that. Why don't you know that? Who are you? This place isn't a palace. Where's my brother? What is the Withering Palace? Where is it? The Palace of Mechanicals. You would not understand. Have I been asleep? Mistress, the power in the plinth has failed. Poor Kaya. Whoever she was. What should I do, Six? It is up to you, mistress. I'm a machine. But I did not get the impression the child wished to be here. Maybe we'll be able to talk to her again. I'll be careful with you. I promise. I wonder what Huang would make of her. Nothing. Just a rock. Can we take the loop? No, we can't. Oh, now we can. We're taking this with us too. Indeed, mistress. Come on, Six. Truly, a most fortuitous find, mistress. Are you ready to go yet, mistress? Not just yet. And he looks a little bit upset about that. I just wanted to see if there was anything by that waterfall. But wow, so the people, they do get made into holograms. This whole place, Six. It must have once been filled with voices like Kaya's. Ahead atop every shrine. All talking, arguing, laughing. This place was a haven. Butterflies, mistress. Nothing on this one. Oh, there's more below? Locked. Anyway, it doesn't look safe out that way. There's nothing but sky down there. Stone setting. Either someone was making preparations when this place was abandoned, or the shrine that stood here was removed. More markings here. This is one end of a broken fragment of text. Don't see the one for that. There's homes. I thought we already determined that stars wasn't correct. Rest. Oh. Let me go to the left. Myself. Should be over here. Doesn't want to select it though. Eh. Well, one has to be displaced. Leave one. Myself goes here. He probably goes there. But where does that big squiggle go? It doesn't have a place. I've done something wrong. Yeah, myself doesn't work. B. Okay, rest. That squiggly thing must be and. Rest. Now, me in place here. And be probably safe if it's home. Rest here and be safe. This place is a graveyard connected to the Empire. A graveyard of emperors, perhaps. But were they immortalized as robots? That's what I'm wondering. Smooth. This one's buried. I need a machete to find any inscriptions. But the real question is the withering place. If that recording was made there, who knows what else was recorded? Who knows what they know? Oh, that was too close. Mistress, what are you doing? How are we going to get across now? We can always retrace our steps. Or we could simply leave. I do not believe there's anyone else to talk to. Are you ready to go now, mistress? We've still more to do here. Okay. We'll retrace our steps. I have a feeling that that head, the Kaya, the talking spirit, was our last revelation here. But I thought there was a way to the waterfall back this way. I'm still wondering what the Imperial's relationships... Oh, mistress, what did happen to Four? Four fell into a canyon. That seems careless. When I say fell, you didn't push him, did you? Did you, Aliya? Don't tell me you intentionally harmed him. A 3 to 5 didn't take that long, really. It was something of a blur. I am not going back across that, mistress. The odds of collapse multiply with every attempt. I strongly suggest we use the hopper return to the ship. Off you go, then. But I'll stay here. But why, mistress? Why must you insist on tormenting me? I decide when we leave, Six. Not you. Now come on and stop complaining. Oh no. Okay, 6 is fine, thank goodness. I hope I didn't hurt his feelings there. Or Aliya didn't. It's just there's potentially one more thing I wanted to check. Definitely a garden. This chamber was some form of arboretum. There are traces of a wide variety of plants here. Let's go. Go back through. And yeah, I wanted to go down this other path. Yes, this way. We never went down here. What's this? This is a scratched copper compass. It looks like something from the Age of Sail. It looks like there's an inscription on the casing. Alright, another fragment. Tells... I do not have enough words of this, apparently. Oh, something of paths. I'm convinced my translation for tells is right now. And paths must be right as well. Okay. Less robot and you. It could be our paths or the pilgrims' paths. Ours? I think the tells of pilgrims' paths. Sounds better. Master, the overseer, but who would that be? How about master? Master tells of pilgrims' paths. Maybe it's the Nebula. Most likely this comes from the same site as that sextant and the dull crystal that we discovered on Renba's dig site. There must have been frequent movement between these two places. This should help us work out where to look for the site. And I wonder why... Oh. Well, mistress, we've acquired more intriguing artifacts here. The scratched compass. We've also located one new location, an age of the sale site. Are you ready to go yet, mistress? Oh, don't hassle me. This always happens. He always prompts us several times over. This must have been a stray seed once, nothing more. Now look at it. Well, it'll bring the whole place down in the end. The same fate will eventually overtake this place, mistress. Perhaps we could finish our explorations before that happens. Yes, because I've been delaying you far too long. An open door. Stuck. But, then again, a tree has demolished the corridor beyond. The tree is a creature like any other mistress. Slow, but ultimately self-interested. And this one's locked. There might be a key somewhere. That is a ridiculous idea, mistress. Why would anyone lock a door if they intended to leave the key lying around nearby? Perhaps they were absent-minded. Mistress, really, I do not wish to have to report this kind of nonsense to Professor Miyari. Well, we could also attempt to break it down. But we don't know what's on the other side. Smelling the flowers. I leant over the flower and inhaled deeply. Musk and rose. A perfume garden. Anything around here? We already went down that path, I believe. There's that... Oh, wait, we didn't see the red crystal. Up there. That's the hopper eye you used. Indeed. So that's how they teleport from place to place, by refracting through these crystals, but who developed that technology? Bust open the door. We could break it down. Perhaps Mistress intends to use my holographic head as a battering ram. No need to be snippy, Six. There's no need to be persistently... Oh, there's no need to be persistently inaccurate, mistress. You really can't break it down? Oh, what a shame. Anything outside this window? Oh. You wouldn't think a moon like this would be so lush. It's no mercy. There are no farms, no villages, just rock and water. Water flows where it chooses, mistress. There is no grand design at work. As it does. I think I'll check what's on the other side here. But other than that, I think we've looked through every nook and cranny we could. I mean, there could always be more. We've seen enough of this moon. Time to leave. As you wish, mistress. Stand by, mistress. And so we left the surface of the Emperor's secret garden, with enough new information to locate a new site. Ooh, but where are we gonna go next? Oh, Aboard the Nightingale. And of course, it always prompts us, we should sail to Iox and tell Miari what we've seen. But at this point, you guys know I'm not going to do that immediately. Renba said something about how we shouldn't trust Miari, but then again, he seemed crazy and willing to put others in harm's way for his own gain. But if he thought that the whole nebula or the universe was going to end, then maybe he would go to such dire extremes. A curious place, mistress. So much water. If we could ship it, you would be very rich. We could make Elbereth bloom. Maybe I could tell someone about the place. I really should return this to Mercy, though I've grown rather attached to it. Didn't you just forget that it was Kaya in there? Alright, we don't have the crown. Yeah, we pretty much, let's see where we can go. We found the Emperor's Secret Garden. We found some of the other locations. Yeah, aside from going close to Iox to the Age of Sail site, the Withering Palace could be anywhere in this region, but is probably not the observatory. I'm guessing that if you notice, ooh, yeah, the pre-Empire site. There's a whole section of space there, past Renaki. There's some ruins that we saw along the way over there. There's something hidden over here and potentially over here in this whole area. It looks like that's the edge of space, though. I don't know. This map could get larger and larger as time goes on. I hope that we're able to find the observatory even without the assistance of the merchant, because I do not want to give up Six. Six is our sidekick. He's our friend. There's so many possibilities with this game, from the robots and how they were buried by the Empire and how they seem to have such an integral role in the old society, to the point where they had their pathways as staircases and as slopes specifically for their treads, and how they're potentially used to, I don't know if it was a child spirit. It almost seemed like the dead could speak through them. I mean, even Renba spoke through Six momentarily back on Mercy, the moon. I'm really hoping that Arroy isn't going to betray us. I know that Miari raised Aliya, but it makes you wonder if the Emperor did come from Elbereth. Is there a reason why she was adopted by Miari specifically? I mean, it's a little bit far-reaching, but it would kind of be interesting if part of the whole crown situation and overcoming this darkness, this evil that's threatening the Nebula, you know, perhaps you need someone of royal blood, or maybe, who knows? That's starting to get into fantasy novel territory. We'll have to see.